Have you ever felt that deep, profound hush that only falls upon the world after a long day of snowfall? Imagine it now. A gentle twilight is settling, like a soft, slow exhale at the end of the day. A perfect, untouched blanket of white covers everything you can see. And now, as the clouds finally part, the last rays of the setting sun cast a warm, golden glow across the landscape. You're all wrapped up warm against the chilly air, and as you step outside your front door and wander towards the gate, you can see your breath plume in the stillness. After just a moment, a familiar sound reaches you, the gentle clip-clop of a pony trap making its way from the direction of the old lady's cottage. It might just be your imagination, but it almost seems as if the fresh snow pulls back, refusing to muffle the sound of the pony's hooves and the carriage wheels. It's all part of the quiet magic of this place. The driver hops down, offering a polite hand to help you up. The old lady is already settled in, and she greets you with a warm, knowing smile. You get comfortable as the pony trap starts to move, taking the scenic route to the village tonight, the one that winds right through the heart of the fairy wood. The last of the sunlight lingers on the horizon, and you gaze out at the land, sculpted and softened by the snow, sparkling under the emerging stars. Tonight is special. It's a beloved tradition. A gentle walk where the whole village comes together to gather evergreens for their Christmas wreaths, all under the soft light of lanterns, ending the night with a bit of warmth and celebration at the old manor house. The lane curves through crisp meadows before turning towards the woods. Here, the trees stand like dark silhouettes. A few old oaks and beeches still cling to their last leaves, now frosted with snow and glowing like dark bronze in the fading light. It's so cozy in the little carriage, tucked in with warm woolen throws and foot warmers. You find yourself relaxing completely as dusk gives way to a clear, starry night, and the pony trap steadily makes its way to the village. It's a small place, really. Just a handful of cottages lining the main street, with a few more dotted along the winding country lanes. Tonight, everyone has gathered by the old inn. They welcome you and the old lady with warm greetings as you step down from the trap. It feels as though they were waiting just for you too. The old lady has been here for as long as anyone can remember, and her presence is always a comfort, as if she has a deeper connection to the magic of the land than anyone else. It's her who will be leading the walk tonight. She turns to you and hands you a small, empty basket, saying quietly, "You won't need to gather any evergreens tonight." You wonder, then, why she's given you a basket at all. But she just gives you a little wink and says you'll know when the time is right. Trusting her, you join the walk, following the trail of lanterns that were lit back in the late autumn. Their warm, golden glow pools on the snow, making everything feel softer, as if the entire world has been wrapped in a white woolen blanket. As you walk, you soak in the sheer beauty of the winter landscape, the trees with their branches heavy with snow, the glitter of frost clinging to the holly bushes, and in the distance, the faint sound of a stream flowing too fast to ever freeze. The villagers walk in a comfortable silence, each lost in the peacefulness of the moment, their breath misting in the cold air as they occasionally stop to gather sprigs of evergreen. The old lady sometimes pauses, pointing out certain plants, the holly With its sharp, glossy leaves, the ivy winding its way around ancient tree trunks, and pine branches, heavy with the rich scent of the forest. The walk feels timeless, the soft glow of the lanterns blending with the quiet of the winter night. The stars are out in full force now, sparkling as brilliantly as the frost on the ground. The magic of this place is all around you, not as something loud or obvious, but as a subtle veil, as delicate as gossamer. You soon realize you've walked a little ahead of the others, and now it's just you and the old lady, heading towards an open gate in a thick hedgerow. You know this field well. It's where you gathered blackberries in the autumn. Now, the bushes and tall trees are etched with snow. And then, you see it, a soft gathering of movement in the shadows, and the white stag steps into the gateway. It is as white as the snow itself, its only color being its huge, dark eyes, which seem like deep, tranquil pools. Its magnificent antlers are already garlanded with a wreath of holly, ivy, and pine. As you draw a little closer, you notice in the starlight that tiny white flowers are also woven into the wreath, each one as delicate as a star. Very few flowers bloom in the depths of midwinter. These, you feel certain, must have come from the fairy wood. The stag lowers its magnificent head. You glance at the old lady, and she gives you a smiling, encouraging nod. You step forward and gently, carefully, take the wreath from its antlers, placing it in the basket she gave you. The stag nudges its head against your hand, and you feel an impossible warmth radiating from it, a stark contrast to the chill of the night. Then, with a quiet grace, it steps back and dissolves like mist into the snowy landscape. A faint, fresh scent lingers from the fairy flowers, mingling with the resinous smell of pine that surrounds you as you continue your walk. Soon, the path begins to slope gently upwards towards another field gate, which opens onto a lane. Against the starlit sky, not far away, you can see the distinct gables of the old manor house, its windows glowing with a warm, welcoming light that spills out over the snowy gardens. The garden path is lined with more lanterns, leading you straight to the open front door, where warmth, light, and the delicious smell of spiced wine and freshly baked cakes and biscuits waft out to greet you. The manor's entrance is beautifully decorated with garlands of holly and pine. The old gentleman is waiting there with a kind smile. He and the old lady greet each other like old friends, and she leads you into the grand hall. Her eyes are twinkling, as if she knows a wonderful secret that's about to be shared. A huge fire is roaring in the hearth, and long tables have been set up around the walls. As the other villagers arrive, they chat quietly and place their gathered evergreens onto the tables. Despite its size, the hall feels incredibly welcoming and festive. The old lady guides you to a comfortable chair near the fire. You shrugged off your coat and sit down, stretching your hands out towards the comforting warmth. The firelight casts a gentle glow over the whole gathering, and the air is filled with the wonderful scents of pine, cinnamon, and cloves. It feels like the perfect sanctuary from the cold night outside. The old lady moves to the tables and begins to skillfully weave the evergreens, her hands moving with a practiced ease. She mentioned to you a few weeks ago that because the old gentleman had been away, this tradition hadn't happened for many years, and that making these wreaths takes a bit of practice. Soon, everyone joins in, finding a spot at the tables to work on their own wreaths. And even though you were already given one, you join in too, enjoying the peaceful rhythm of the task as quiet conversation begins to bubble up around the room. After a while, the wreaths are finished, each one a beautiful, unique reminder of the magical evening walk. Plates of food and mugs of drink are passed around, mulled wine and cider for those who want it, and tea, coffee, and hot chocolate for others. You sit and eat, the gentle crackle of the fire providing a soft, comforting soundtrack to the quiet chatter. The evening winds down slowly, the fire burns low, but the warmth in the room and in everyone's hearts lingers. There's something truly special about the manor house, something that makes you feel as though you've stepped into another time, a place where the magic of the season is very real and shared by all. At last, it's time to head home. The quiet of the night is calling. In ones and twos, the villagers say their goodbyes to the old gentleman, buttoning up their coats and wrapping their scarves, their laughter fading as they step back out into the snow. As you wait in the porch to say your own goodbyes, the old gentleman gives you a kind wave and asks with a little smile if you've remembered the wreath. Not the one you made, but the one that was a gift. You assure him you have. You and the old lady walk down the garden path, where the lanterns still flicker softly. Waiting on the lane is the pony trap, its driver as mysterious and silent as ever. He gives you a small nod. The old lady climbs in first, her movements surprisingly graceful, and you settle in beside her. With a gentle snap of the reins, the pony begins to move, its hooves making a soft, rhythmic sound on the lane. The trap turns back towards the village, which is now dark and quiet, the only sounds being the soft jingle of the pony's bells and the crunch of its hooves as you pass the glowing windows of the sleeping cottages. The old lady sits quietly beside you, watching the snowy landscape with a peaceful smile. There's no need for words, just the shared, quiet companionship of the journey. The pony trap retraces its path through the fairy wood, and for just a moment, you're sure you can see him deep within the trees, illuminated as if by moonlight. The great white stag stands watching. You're feeling wonderfully sleepy by the time the pony trap stops outside your home. As you get out, the old lady gives you one last twinkling glance and a soft wave, leaving you with the comforting feeling that all is well in the world. Before you go inside, you lift the special wreath out of your basket and hang it on your front door. It smells of pine and winter, of firelight and spices, and beneath it all, the beautiful, light scent of those magical white flowers. Now, you step into your cottage, closing the door gently behind you. The familiar warmth of home greets you. You take your time getting ready for bed, and as you finally lie down, you feel the peacefulness of the night settling over you like a soft blanket. The world outside is quiet, sleeping under the snow. The magic of this place is always with you, guiding you softly now into a deep and restful sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. May you find deep peace and restful sleep. Wishing you the sweetest dreams. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.